Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This was supposed to be the moment of glory for the Congress party. A moment of vindication for Rahul Gandhi's Bharat Jodo vision and a launching pad for its 2024 campaign. But the Karnataka sweep has instead turned into a spectacle of embarrassment for the grand old party. Perception of dissent and drift in the party is making a mockery of the Bharat Jodo vision. The fight for Chief Minister's chair in Karnataka has again exposed the fault lines within the grand old party, setting the stage for a full-blown possible rebellion as seen in Madhya Pradesh just 5 years ago and Rajasthan continuing for the last 5 years. Friends, by the look of it, the appointment of a chief minister in Karnataka will not be the end, but possibly the beginning of a crisis that may simmer under the surface before blowing up in the faces of the Congress leadership. The fear is not without basis, given the history of Congress allowing differences to not only widen into rifts but even become craters that swallow the entire government, like it happened in Madhya Pradesh not so long ago and is threatening to happen in Rajasthan at the present. Viewers, even if Congress manages to choose a chief minister tonight, which seems highly unlikely, the party is still unlikely to emerge a winner given the ever-lingering threat of a rebellion lurking somewhere under the surface. Many say a faction-riddled government in Karnataka is the best possible scenario for the Congress, while the worst could end up splitting the party in the backdrop of the catch-22 Congress finds itself in. It was rush hour at the Congress President Kharge's residence, with both the contenders for the Chief Minister post rushing to build their case as to why they are the eligible candidates. While Siddaramaiah is keeping cards close to his chest, DKS Shivakumar, who landed in the capital today, made an emotional pitch yet again, saying that the party is like a mother to him and that he is not the one who will blackmail or backstab. Listen in.
My mother is my party. We have built this party. No question. My high command is there. My party is there. Our MLAs are there. 135. Ours is a united house. Our numbers are 135 plus. I don't want to divide anyone here. Whether they like me, whether they doesn't like me, I'm a party president. I'm a responsible man. I have to look everyone in a same eyes. I will not backstab also. I will not blackmail also.
The bravado by evening gave way to dejection, at least from the body language, for those who've seen him coming out of Kharge's house earlier this evening. But ladies and gentlemen, can the High Command now absolve itself for not playing the part of troubleshooter and in a way escalating rebellion? Jyotiraditya Scindia in his resignation letter indicated that the party leader Sonia Gandhi was aware of the party's decline and the direction in which it was headed. Himanta Biswa Sarma had said that despite 52 out of 78 MLAs giving in writing to replace Tarun Gogoi as chief minister with him, Rahul Gandhi did nothing to address the situation. Amrinder Singh stated how the top brass, instead of cracking a whip on Sidhu, chose to actually patronize him. And Hardik Patel cited how the senior leadership lacked seriousness. The same might happen in Karnataka, many say. The Congress, on the other hand, said that the hectic parlays are normal and that the name will be declared soon enough. Listen in.
No, it is only 3 days matter. 13th evening result came. Today 16th morning we are sitting. BDP took 18 days. No report, no delay, nothing. Smooth.
Both are tall leaders. Both have worked very hard and both are popular. Therefore, the legislators have given their verdict. Let the leadership now process the verdict and then the decision will be announced soon.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, brings me to the legitimate question. Mandate mishandled by Congress? That's the question, and that's the debate coming up on the other side.
You're watching the News Hour at 9. Debate number 1 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
And joining me on the debate tonight, Shehzad Poonawalla, national spokesperson of the BJP, Dr. Anand Ranganathan, political analyst, Lokesh Jindal, leader of the Congress party, Ashutosh, political analyst, senior journalist. But my first question goes to my friend Dr. Sanjay Jha, suspended Congress leader and author, as I love to call him. Sanjay Jha, fantastic victory, what a mandate. Beyond expectations, of course, Mr. DK Shivakumar had said 141 and it was close enough, 135. But what's going on? It's Tuesday evening and the party had announced that by Tuesday evening the announcement would be made. But Mr. DK Shivakumar is in the capital meeting everybody. No announcement yet from the Congress party. I'm sure 36 hours, 48 hours, 24 hours, the announcement will be made. I have no doubt about it. My only question is, have you taken away the glory of this entire mandate by the squabbling that is currently going on behind the scenes, but for everybody to see, know and realize?
Navika, good evening to you and to all my fellow panelists and to the viewers. I can tell you absolutely in agreement that it was a historic verdict in favor of the Congress party. And I'm very confident that there will be a leader appointed very, very soon. And again, based on the choice of the MLAs, I think it's being done in a fairly transparent fashion. I think the challenge for the Congress, of course, is that these are two heavyweight champions for the Congress in Karnataka. And they are both veterans. One is a gutsy street fighter. The other is a very able administrator. And they both bring a lot to the table. So I think it's not a question of either or. Both their interests have to be married. And Karnataka has to get back to action. And I'm sure the Congress will deliver a fantastic government. I just want to make 2 points, though, because the BJP has been going down to town, already making a lot of... in my opinion, making a lot of cheap comments against the Congress. Let me remind the BJP here. They took 9 days or 10 days to appoint their chief minister in Assam. Number 2, in Maharashtra, where I live, Navika, one of the most important states of India, you had Devendra Fadnavis and Eknath Shinde for over a month. 2 people ran the state, which needed a full cabinet. For 1 month, no cabinet. And let's go back to Karnataka. In 2019, after Amit Shah, using his Operation Kamal, toppled the Congress government, Yediyurappa was without a cabinet or a government for nearly 30 days. So the BJP is the last party on the planet or on the universe to lecture what the Congress party should do. I'll agree with you, however, that it's a historic mandate. The public has imposed trust in the Congress party, and the sooner it is announced, the better. But I'm very, very convinced that you'll see a solution and a very happy problem being sorted out over the course of the coming couple of days.
Well, the fact of the matter is that the first deadline announced by the party itself has been crossed. They haven't announced anything by this evening. But Shehzad Poonawalla, respond to Dr. Sanjay Jha, who's given examples of the BJP itself.
I am remembering the movie Ek Phool Do Mali. यहाँ पर एक फूल चार माली, and you know, in the entire world there are only 2 sets of bodies where the organs of the bodies are fighting against each other for power. In Pakistan, multiple organs fighting for power, and in Congress, Rajasthan and Karnataka, multiple organs of the same body fighting for power. And this is the template of the Congress. Look, Navika, whenever you indulge in political adultery and political bigamy, इसको भी कबूल है, उसको भी कबूल है, सबको बोल दिया कबूल है, 4 को कबूल किया, तो फिर उसके बाद political adultery will lead to political breakup. And this has happened in Rajasthan. वहां पर एक जिसको कबूल है बोला था वो अब नाराज बैठा है सड़कों पर एंड सेइंग कि कबूल है तो बोल दिया पर प्रॉमिसेस पूरे किए नहीं. फिर हिमाचल में एक को कबूल है बोल दिया है और वहां पर परिवार नाराज है, जिसको कबूल है बोला है वो सत्ता चला रहा है. छत्तीसगढ़ में भी एक को कबूल है बोला, वहां पर भी वो नाराज है देव सिंह, जिनको कबूल है बोला था 2.5 साल के बाद पर नहीं हुआ. अब हरियाणा में भी एक समय पर चलता था, हुड्डा जी को बोला था कि आप हो और फिर तंवर जी बोले कि मुझे भी कबूल है बोला था. तो ये कबूल है वाला पॉलिटिकल बाइगमी वाला सिस्टम बड़ा लंबा है, कांग्रेस का चरित्र बन चुका है. एंड आई टेल यू 3 रीजंस. सी, दिस इज द इंटरनल मैटर, बट व्हाई इट अफेक्ट्स. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, यू ग्रैब instability from the mandate of stability. People give mandate for stability, you make it unstable. Secondly, Sanjay Jha, your receding hairline and your integrity and your comments are not required. Thank you.
Okay.
Navika
Okay,
Kumar has
let's
a
not get
serious
personal.
I am having a serious
Let's
debate.
not get
I will
personal.
articulate.
Yes,
He interrupted me.
But
He
he
interrupted
is right
me.
in reminding you
He
answer.
interrupted me. I will answer in my fashion. Did I interrupt him?
Okay,
Thank you.
you didn't. Okay,
so that's all.
let's not
That's
interrupt each other.
No, I
I'll give you
will,
time. I'll give you time to make your counter, Dr. Sanjay.
Receding headline में जरा अमित शाह जी को भी देख लीजिए.
Receding headline, but I am saying in terms of common sense and logic. That's the problem. Your receding headline is the problem, not your receding hairline. Now let's get on to the topic.
1 minute.
Now let's get on to the topic. Sanjay Ji, I don't even consider you.
1 minute. No.
But he has interrupted.
No, okay. No personal remarks.
His
Let's
party has
get
not-
on. Let's get on with the politics.
Okay.
You may comment on the politics.
So look, there are 3 reasons why this is problematic. One, the people give a mandate for stability. You drag out instability from stability. 2, you say promises, like you said 1500 for women in Himachal, 300 units free, Kisan Karz Maafi in Rajasthan. Promises are replaced by posturing and only position, and that becomes your priority. And thirdly, this entire situation becomes a situation of creating instability in the state to the extent that all other things go back and you are only focused on power and preservation of power. And Mr. DK Suresh, by the way, the brother of DK Shivakumar, he has come out and he has challenged this so-called democratic process. He said, nothing doing, my brother will become. He gave an interview to Times Now. He also said that Mr. Siddaramaiah has become too many times. Now it is my brother's turn. So I think that all of these formulas, etc., all are good. I can propose one formula. Monday to Wednesday, DK Shivakumar. Thursday to Saturday, Siddaramaiah. And Sunday, Khadge ji. This is the kind of politics they are doing. There
is another meme that I received on my WhatsApp.
Rajasthan in Karnataka.
There is another meme that I received on my WhatsApp, and that says 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Siddaramaiah and 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. the next day DK Shivakumar.
But then he has given wrong time to Shivakumar.
These memes are doing the rounds, and it's become a bit of a joke. And let me get in Mr. Lokesh Jindal. Mr. Lokesh Jindal, the question is, nobody gave the deadline of Tuesday evening. It was the Congress itself that gave this deadline that by Tuesday evening, yesterday they said by tomorrow evening we will have an announcement. But right now we haven't heard anything just yet, and we're waiting. We're waiting to hear. As I said, the point is you will announce a candidate, a chief ministerial candidate tomorrow, day after, or at the most another day. You will announce it. But would you have taken away the credibility of this huge victory, which should have been the launching pad for the Congress for the 2024 election? And when Dr. Sanjay Jha talks about, Amit Shah removing the government of Karnataka in the past, may I also remind you that it was Mr. Kumaraswamy who used to come out every third day and, cry copious tears. So, to accuse somebody else of pushing him aside or making the government fall really is a rather rich coming from the Congress, given the fact that it was virtually split right down the middle, and tortured Chief Minister H.D. Kumaraswamy made it clear to everyone.
Well, Navika, I'll answer the first question that you asked. The people of Karnataka gave verdict to Congress party. The legislators, they fought on the Congress ticket. So it is for the Congress political party to take the decision as to who will be the chief minister. And it's a healthy trend that in announcing the chief ministerial candidate, the chief minister, the party is taking into considerations the views of the MLAs, party workers in charge of the Karnataka elections. And it is also allowing some form of a dissent and some form of a aspiration of all members. DK Shivakumar and Siddaramaiah, both are very precious to the party. As I've already stated, they are like the 2 eyes for the Karnataka. And over here, both of them, as Mr. Sanjay Jha rightly stated, that one is an able administrator and one is an excellent organizer. So both of them, they have contributed immensely. The party is taking due consideration of everybody's efforts, and before announcing the election, it is also allowing all the MLAs to put forth their views, and then on the basis of consensus, it shall decide the candidate. I don't think there is anything to, the way Shehzad Poonawalla is coming with some useless rhetorics. I think, in 2022, the Collins English Dictionary, it stated perma crisis as the the word of 2022. It states that it's an extended state of insecurity. Now, it is this insecurity of the BJP which is manifesting itself, because after the Karnataka verdict, it knows very well that the cards are going to fall. One by one, there will be a domino effect, and BJP is going to find itself at a back.
The domino effect is in your party. From Rajasthan to Chhattisgarh, now to Karnataka, the domino effect is troubling your party more than it is troubling the BJP. Dr. Anand Ranganathan, Congress mein sab theek hai, but it is the BJP where there is a domino effect. You know, is this business as usual in the Congress party, or is it really a spectacle Karnataka could have done without?
Good evening, Navika, and good evening to my fellow panelists. First of all, as everyone knows, Shehzad is my brother. But may I please gently rebuke him for hairline receding shaming of my good friend Sanjay Jha. Just because Shehzad has a luscious shock of hair doesn't, he can accuse other denigrate people like us about, he will say Ashutosh is wearing a wig. So please, can we do away with these personal things, Shehzad? No. Navika, to come back to the topic, I think the numbers are stacked with Mr. Siddaramaiah. If we go just by the strength of the numbers, Mr. Siddaramaiah should be the Chief Minister. Mr. Siddaramaiah has 50 cases against him, and Mr. DKS Shivakumar has only 19 cases against him. So, no, I didn't mean to make you laugh. But look, the fact of the matter is there are a couple of issues here. Number one, I agree with Dr. Sanjay Jha that it is not for BJP to kind of point a finger at Congress, because if you look at the largest state in India, Uttar Pradesh, it took 8 days for the BJP to choose Yogi Adityanath as the Chief Minister's candidate in 2017 against any expectations of anyone else. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, the BJP UP chief was, I think, Mr. Maurya. And the deputy chief minister who was made was, I think, Mr. Maurya as well as Mr. Dinesh. So I might be getting their names wrong. But against all expectations, they chose Yogi Adityanath. And they took a week to do so. So Congress is just 2-3 days. I think the problem is that both Mr. DK Shivakumar and Mr. Siddaramaiah have their set camps and their eyes set on the big chair, and they are giving these media sound bites. Whereas for a week, neither Mr. Maurya nor Mr. Yogi Adityanath, or for that matter, any BJP leader of any state where the Chief Minister was as yet undecided, were talking to the media. So the more they talk to Mr. Shivakumar talks to the media, the more Mr. Siddaramaiah talks. It's basically they're trying to entrench themselves as the winning candidate. And I think that is the problem. It is leading to speculation, which the Congress can do about. So it's not the duration that is the problem. It is that both these sides are vying for each other and almost having a bout in the middle of the ring. That's the issue.
Well, Mr. Ashutosh ji, the question here is that if the beginning is like this, then will the camps within the government, who will be the ministers, iska aadmi, uska aadmi, will that not follow? And that is the question of the credibility of the government that is then sworn in. The sooner these things are actually handled, the better it is, because they always knew there were two people. Either the Congress didn't think that they would win, and if they felt that they were playing for a victory and they had a great chance to win, shouldn't this problem have been settled, beforehand? Do you think this issue of looking for a chief minister, and as news is just coming in, both DK Shivakumar and Siddaramaiah have been asked to extend their stay in Delhi, which means nothing has come to fruition as of today. So another day of all kinds of meetings at Kharge's house, and then, I don't know, maybe Rahul Gandhi also went to Mr. Kharge's house today, and tomorrow maybe they will all go to Mrs. Sonia Gandhi. The fact of the matter is that the more they prevaricate, the more tenuous or the more incredible the government will look without, camps and things. Things won't work in Karnataka. That's the impression. आशुतोष जी, आप म्यूट पे क्यों चले जाते हैं?
Because of Anand Ranganathan. I don't want to. So, Navika, I think sometimes we forget that we are living in a democracy. In democracy, factional fights and the factional facts factionalism is a part of democracy. If there is no democracy, there is no factional fights. And that's even the BJP is also afflicted by that, the Congress is also afflicted. But today I'm reminded of a statement made by Dingleswar Swami, one of the great mutts of the Lingat mutt. He said the BJP is washed away in the tears of Yediyurappa. You know what he meant and what he said? That if the BJP has not removed, had not antagonized Yediyurappa, maybe BJP would have come back to power. And the similar thing is happening in Rajasthan also. Look, where is Vasundhara Raje Scindia? Which faction she belongs to? And she has never allowed any party president to succeed in there. And the BJP has been trying to placate her, but failed. So I think it's a part of democracy. In the democracy, if there is a discussion happening, if there is an attempt to make consensus, and if they are counting on the MLAs, how many MLAs are supporting Siddaramaiah and how many MLAs are supporting DKS Siddaramaiah, I think this should be welcome instead of being contemptuous about that. And I think it's a part of democracy. And it's right that when somebody has talked about Yogi Adityanath was not elected by the MLAs. Yogi Adityanath was superimposed by from the top. In Gujarat, nobody knew that the entire cabinet is going to be removed and a non-entity will become the chief minister. If that is a part of democracy, then I have nothing to say. Even the in Karnataka, thrice there has been a government, twice has been a government of the BJP. First time they changed 3 chief ministers, second time they changed the second chief minister. And the instability in Karnataka was because of the BJP, not because of the Congress and others. So let's not get into that. The fact of the matter is, if any political party, whether it is the BJP or the Congress, consults MLAs, take their views and elect a chief minister, whether it is BJP or the Congress, that should be welcome. That should not be ridiculed. That should not be
Nobody is ridiculing it. Nobody is ridiculing it, Ashutosh ji. But counting, 1 minute, counting.
Anand, I request you, let me intervene.
Counting of MLAs. Takes 20 minutes because they've counted those votes, who's on which side, then the matter should have been closed. The MLAs have been counted and Siddaramaiah has the majority.
Navika,
matter over, but it isn't.
Navika, now just to intervene, let me point out the, Navika, if I may, because we also have to apportion time equally, 1 versus 3. If this was indeed a democratic process, then why is Sachin Pilot's outburst being called anti-party? In the spirit of democracy, they should not put sedition cases or anti-national or anti-party activity tagma on him, point number 1. So this is the hypocrisy I'm calling out. Secondly, those who were calling Mr. Yediyurappa corrupt till yesterday are today crying copiously for him. They should in fact suggest to the Congress party, their favorite party, why don't they make Lingayat a CM if indeed the mandate is such a shift for the injustice apparently done to Mr. Yediyurappa. I don't think any Lingayat candidate is even the front runner for the Congress party. Let's not get into that. Now, thirdly, when it comes to UP or Assam or all these examples cited, it is not about the duration, Navika. Anand is right on that count. The fact is that once a decision is taken in a democratic political process, in Assam or in UP, have you seen Mr. Sonowal sit in dharna against Mr. Biswa Sarma? Have you seen any of our deputy CM sit in dharna against Mr. Yogi Adityanath? Or have you seen any Maharashtra leader sit in dharna against Fadnavis ji? This is the difference. And my final point is that if this entire process is taking into account the MLA's views, and that is what is important, then why is it taking so much time to declare who the MLAs have chosen? Immediately declare that the MLAs have chosen this and this is what we are going by. Who is this high command is also questioned, because Navika, Mallikarjun Kharge apparently doesn't consider himself to be the high command. In his statement he says that observers will talk to the Vidhayak and then the Antim Faisla will be taken by the high command. He is not telling he is the high command. Now please tell me who is the high command if the Congress doesn't on the high command.
Dr. Sanjay Jha raising his hand, respond.
Navika, I have friends in the Congress and I can tell you the decision on who is going to be the chief minister is more or less kind of agreed upon. I think the real issue they are working upon is the allocation of the various other cabinet portfolios. Please remember that both Mr. Siddaramaiah and DKS Shivakumar have wonderful supporters who have become MLAs today, and every leader in politics likes to back his own team. I mean, that's what the team expects, and these are natural competitive intra-party dynamics, and that's what's playing out. So I think the Congress party will make sure, that if one of the two obviously will not be the chief minister, even if you are a deputy CM, you are not the chief minister, then, there has to be some kind of a shall we, I don't want to use the word formula, it's very cliched and hackneyed. There has to be some kind of an accommodation where everyone believes that they have been recognized for what they brought to the table. I think it's a matter of time. You will definitely hear an announcement. And I think Karnataka will deliver on 100% performance, not on that 40% corruption, Sarkar.
Just one line on this. You start off by bringing in a person like DK Shivakumar who has multiple corruption cases, and you have the gall to talk about 40% corruption. Then why is he even in the reckoning? No, Navika, I did not interrupt. I did not interrupt somebody with a receding intellectual line. I did not interrupt somebody with a receding intellectual line. Navika, I will have my say. I will not allow a receding intellectually bankrupt, suspended spokesperson interrupt. I will make my point. Navika, I was called to
so what is your next point? You said that there are cases against Shivakumar.
First of all, look at the hypocrisy that is puking out on the screen. You say 40% corruption per man. Navika, I will not have him interrupt me, or
I will give you a counter time. Please allow him to complete his point. I'm giving you the counter.
The receding end of the political integrity of this debate, with the hypocrisy on full display like a full moon, is the fact that a man who has multiple corruption cases suddenly becomes your next candidate, probably for a government that will fight against so-called 40% corruption. I mean, give me a break. And secondly, intra-party dynamics. ये बड़े बड़े जो अंग्रेजी के साउथ मुंबई वाले वर्ड्स है ना मैम, ये सचिन पायलट पे लागू होते कि नहीं? इफ इट वाज इंट्रा पार्टी डायनामिक्स तो उनको एंटी पार्टी क्यों बोला भाई?
Well, the latest information that we are getting, I'm coming to you, Dr. Sanjay Jha, the latest information coming in is that DK Shivakumar has dug in his heels. He's staying at a state guest house and he's meeting with top leaders there. He wants to meet Sonia Gandhi and he has put in his hat in the ring for an appointment with Sonia Gandhi ji. And in the meanwhile, he feels that he's been, many people say, and those are supporters close to him saying, that he feels let down by the observers who haven't given the full picture to the high command. So Dr. Sanjay Jha, the question is, what are you talking about? 40% 40% Sarkara. On the other hand, there are cases against both your candidates. So where does that take us?
Well, let me tell you, Navika, the truth is the people of Karnataka were fully aware of the kind of political motivations behind the cases against DK as well as Siddaramaiah. They were aware of it fully, but they voted out the BJP. I think you and I are no one on the panel, and I don't want to take the name of people. I don't believe in making ad hominem attacks. It's very unfortunate that I'm compelled to do so. Navika, you know me. But, when somebody pushes me to the corner, trust me, you have not seen what I'm capable of doing. So I want people to know where to draw the line.
I don't take threats from people in the Congress doesn't consider
my advice and request to both of you is, if you have personal barbs to exchange, do it outside the news hour, because I don't want, but don't spoil the platform of Times Now and the news hour. Let's just stick to the debate at hand, please.
Yeah. So Navika, let me tell you, जिस स्कूल में ये पढ़ते हैं उसके हम प्रिंसिपल रह चुके हैं.
ठीक है, आप 2 स्कूल और 2 कॉलेज और खोल लीजिए, उनके भी प्रिंसिपल बन जाइए. आप मुद्दे पर बात करिए. Yeah.
Simple answer is this, that as far as the Congress party is concerned, I think the leadership, the Gandhi family is extremely sensitive that at this point of time, Karnataka is waiting for the Congress to get back into the governance mode. I totally agree with you, Navika, completely, that the sooner the better. I also would like to add a point that 3 days is not the end of the world, because it's going to be a 5-year government, and there's got to be a lot of damage to be undone that the BJP has actually inflicted upon the state. Plus,
but you'll get on to that, undoing that damage only after.
Rajasthan is 4.5 years since the Kisan
But that's their problem. That's their problem, Shehzad Poonawalla. You need to pull up your socks for the December election.
Pulled up right up to where it can go. My point is only this, Navika, that the cases on Shivakumar have not been quashed by court despite him going to court, and there's no single case against the BJP leader on 40% corruption.
But then you've often used, your party has often used, the corollary of saying that this is the Janta's verdict. So he's got the Janta's verdict. Matter
has to be. Then why don't they make him CM?
That's their prerogative. But Anand Ranganathan, you've been raising your hand, and my question to you is simply this: that the tug of war is there for everybody to see, and every now and then people are wanting to meet the Gandhis. Already DK Shivakumar wants to meet Mrs. Sonia Gandhi. He feels, that's what information we are getting. Both have been asked to extend their stay in Delhi, another round of consultations, another few meetings, meetings with Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi, all of these are being talked about. So who is the high command? Party president is Kharge. If it is a democracy, then counting of votes of the MLAs can be done in, I think, 10 minutes flat. And if that has been done, what's taking them so long?
Navika, a couple of points. First of all, again, to my brother Shehzad. Earlier, he was scalp shaming. Now he is cerebrum shaming. Please, Shehzad, don't do it. And Sanjay is a very dear friend. And it pains me that दुनिया इधर से उधर हो गई है 6 साल हो गए but Sanjay is still suspended, and for him to say that I have some friends in the Congress. Sanjay, you are in the Congress, you should be unsuspended. It's high time, my friend. Congress needs people like you. Now, number 2, for Shehzad is again right, for Congress to say that it won on the plank of anti-corruption and then to choose between Mr. Siddaramaiah, who has 50 Lokayukta cases against him, and Mr. DK Shivakumar, who has 19 corruption cases against him, is a complete joke. And for Sanjay to say that they have not been convicted yet, by that logic, why are you accusing Modi of corruption and being in cahoots with Mr. Adani? Has he been convicted of anything? No. So corruption is corruption. Let's accept it. Let us also accept one thing. All this thing about this plank was anti-corruption, we fought. No. You fought to defeat BJP by hook or by crook. Accept it. You look at what the Muslim leaders are saying. They are demanding a deputy chief ministership for Muslims and 5 ministers. They are saying 67 seats जो कांग्रेस जीती है, वो Muslim consolidation की वजह से जीती है. सारे 23 के 23 JDS Muslim candidates और 5 AIM Muslim candidates have been thrashed. That's because the Muslim consolidation. So please, ये कहना कि हम किसी प्लैंक पे जीत के आए, नहीं. आप बीजेपी को हराना आपका मकसद था by hook or by crook, and you managed it. Congratulations. But please do not take the higher moral ground that you are not corrupt and BJP was corrupt. That is the reason why it was ousted. Please don't do that.
Well, Sanjay Jha, respond.
Firstly, I think the Congress has beaten the BJP by hook, no matter what crookish standards the BJP tried to set for itself. The more important point, Navika, is this: that I think politics, we all know it. I mean, you are one of the most veteran journalists around, and I can tell you that politics is complicated. I mean, let's all accept that. I mean, at the end of the day, he's talking about some Muslim leaders wanting a chief minister or a deputy chief minister. Let me tell you, Anand, you should know that there are, groups within states, each one of them wants representation. I mean, they may not get it, but it's a way of saying that we want our voice to be heard. I mean, that is the larger statement. And whether there's a scheduled caste, whether there's a scheduled tribe, with the Muslims, I mean, why do we keep talking about Muslims all the time? There are several minority groups. Have you seen the numbers? The Dalits have voted overwhelmingly for the Congress party, including the scheduled tribe. So I think there is, we keep talking about the Lingayats and the Vakaligas, etc. But I think you got to look at a society as a whole. And I think it's a process for all political parties. If you're looking
at the society as a whole, then all political parties are part of it. And then we should get into, some asan and begin to talk about everybody is my brother, but that's not so. It's a very cutthroat politics. And Ashutosh, my question to you is, just because the deadline was announced today, now an extension, now the fact that Mr. Kharge says all meetings done with Shivakumar, with Siddaramaiah ji, with the observers, सब कुछ हो गया, लेकिन फॉर्मूला अभी नहीं निकला. तो फिर ये हाई कमांड क्या है और ये डेमोक्रेसी क्या है?
डेमोक्रेसी वही है जो चल रही है इस वक्त. I don't need to explain you what is democracy is all about. Come on, Navika, don't do such things. The fact is the fact.
नहीं, democracy में तो count the MLA's votes and be done with it. Then why is there prevarication?
डेमोक्रेसी में कुर्सियां भी चलती हैं, आपको शायद अंदाजा नहीं है.
छुरियां भी चलती हैं, मैं अंदाजा उसी का बता रही हूँ.
आशुतोष ने एक बार कुर्सी फेंकी है. There is a photograph of Ashutosh throwing a chair.
became the supreme leader. बाकायदा कुर्सियां चली थी, नेताओं के कपड़े भी फटे थे. 1920, I'm talking about Mahatma Gandhi.
Ashutosh, when you were in politics, you threw a chair.
Of course, yes. So, who is denying that?
ये बड़ा serious debate हो रहा है. We are talking about the future of 6.5 crore Karnataks. We are talking about people from Rajasthan whose promises have not been fulfilled. You have a situation where Rajasthan is on tenterhooks waiting for the promises to be delivered. You have a situation where Karnataka has been totally betrayed and you feel it's a laughing matter.
In 2 days,
one second. Such a spectacular management they do. Why haven't they been able to manage Sachin Pilot? इतना ही स्पेक्टेकुलर डेमोक्रेटिक लोकतांत्रिक प्रक्रिया है कांग्रेस की, उसकी रोज धज्जियां उड़ती है. और दलित वन सेकेंड मैम, वेद प्रताप सोलंकी is a Dalit MLA who has been charged with sedition by the Rajasthan government. His phones were tapped. This is democracy, and some people with or without receding intellectual lines are coming and justifying it.
Well, Navika, can you see this? Navika, this is Ashutosh throwing a chair.
Shahjad unnecessarily
Navika, this is Ashutosh throwing a chair.
Yes, he's accepted the fact that he threw a chair, and in politics, well, is it a long night of knives out? Is it a night where decisions will be made? Is it a night where differences will be settled? Is it a night when the decision on the Karnataka Chief Minister will be taken? That really is the question that not politicians, but certainly people of Karnataka and people of India are looking at. Because when they give their verdict, they also know, and they want to know who their Chief Minister will be sooner than later. When will that decision come? Well, every hour from now will raise a question to the credibility of the Congress party in its decision-making process. We leave it at that on debate number 1.